Welcome to Up All Night with the Cool Story Show. This is an adult-themed podcast where we talk girls, we talk sex, we talk relationships, we talk dirty, and we do not hold back. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's stay up all night.
Hey everyone, Diamond Dave here. Let's stay up all night. I've got an interesting topic that we kind of talked about on another Up All Night.
What?
Sleeping with your exes after you've broken up with them.
Oh, man.
I'll just get this out of the way. I've never done that before.
Never.
I have
Are you serious?
one big main one, and then three other small ones, and I've never slept with any of them after the fact that either they've broken up with me or I've broken up with them.
Have they tried?
They haven't tried, and I haven't tried.
Like,
Wow, are you?
You've
are
never
you
had
kidding
any
me?
instance after you've broken up where girls tried? Or you've maybe...
Nope. No, I'll say in the two instances that they've broken up with me, I just thought it was better for me to just cut them out of my life completely and not have that bullshit around anymore because it was already fucking bad enough that they fucking dropped my ass. So I didn't want to have to like delve back into that little black hole of hatefulness. And the one, I'll say one instance or two instances, I should say, where I broke up with them. I broke up with them because there was another girl that I was interested in. So I obviously didn't sleep with them because I was sleeping with someone else. So yeah, a little bit boring on my part, but no, never done it. I don't honestly think, I guess I could see from my own point of view, maybe more people would agree with the fact that if you broke up with somebody because you wanted somebody new, you wouldn't sleep with your ex. Makes more sense. But honestly, if somebody broke up with me, I wouldn't want to sleep with them after that. Personally.
Okay.
But I could, if the temptation was there and they were in my face, like wanting it, I'm not that strong that I would say no. I don't think it's just never happened to me personally.
I've had it happen to me twice, and I don't regret it more than the last time it happened to me, and I've vowed that never again. Like, if it's over, it's just going to be fucking over. Like, I'm not going to try to continue and keep fucking with the feelings that keep coming back and go back and forth with you trying to figure out after pre-breakup, because it's just terrible.
It's
It is pretty awful, yeah.
Awful.
And it's an awful feeling because obviously sex can be used very emotionally too, and sometimes when you get it, you feel that the other person obviously feels something there, or at least that's what you want yourself to think, unless the ground rules have been laid down. And I think if you do it after you break up, it's just continually awakening those feelings.
I do think it's a big distinction about doing it, where like how the relationship ended, like if you got dumped or if she dumped, or like if you dumped her. That's a big part of it, I think. I've slept with every single ex-girlfriend I've ever had except for one after we have broke up.
Wow.
It just kind of happens, like yeah, I don't even know, like it's, there's usually probably like,
Can I ask you this? Were you
Yeah.
happy about that? Like,
yeah, I wasn't upset.
okay.
Really?
Well,
You don't feel
Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
With whatever amount of ex-girlfriends you had, the amount that they meant to you personally, was it worse or better sleeping with them again afterwards?
That's different for each one. I would say that there's. I'll also say that with all my ex-girlfriends that I've slept with after, I was the one to end the relationship every time. So that it wasn't. It wasn't, I guess, as personal, but
easier. Yeah.
I mean, that being said, like, my first girlfriend, I cared a lot about her. I still do care a lot about her, and yeah, I slept with her for a bunch of times after we broke up because we were kind of in a limbo state after, and it was different, but it probably wasn't as good, that's for sure. But that would be one that I kind of look back at, and like I don't regret doing it, but it's kind of I don't know, weird, I guess, in a sense.
yeah.
It was different. But I mean, other than that, like just through, I don't know, like how it happens, like just kind of happens. Every girl I've dated, like I've ended up with eventually. And the one time that I didn't was because I got dumped, and my pride was just like absolutely not. And one of this girl's friends had sent something along the lines of like she wanted like a casual kind of thing, and again my pride was like absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was true or not, but like whatever. I was like fuck that. So that was the only time I haven't, and it was just because I was too stubborn. But I mean, other than that, it's like I feel like it's easy, I guess, maybe.
Well, I think it's because everyone's trying to feel out their feelings. Like this is just from personal experience. I think girls use sex to try to figure out how they feel, or guys use it as a way of showing what they feel.
Okay.
I would almost agree with that. A girl will have sex with you to figure out if she likes you or not, whereas a guy will just have sex.
What I think is an example of if a girl breaks up with a guy or a guy breaks up with a girl, they instantly start to think about all the stuff they missed about them, like he was so nice or she was so nice or blah 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 blah, and they want to get back together, which is the natural reaction after you break up with somebody who you've been with for a long time. But the thing that they don't remember is that all that stuff that made them want to break up with them in the first place is still there. It's just
absolutely.
it's less prevalent in their mind because they're lonely all of a sudden, which is a big change in their life, which a lot of people don't remember.
Well, and like even one ex-girlfriend I have that, I mean, every once in a while I'll still see her, and like to be honest, I don't really like hanging out with her. Like it's okay, but it's certainly like kind of a we wouldn't spend more than a couple hours together. That's for sure.
It's because it's hard because you're in this ever stated state of sorry.
No, I get what you mean, man.
Yeah,
Well said.
Thank you. No, but where you don't want to drag if you've moved on from a relationship, you don't want to drag anything back into it with your feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't want to go through hell again. But then there's always a part of you that's like maybe there's still something here. So that's why it's better just to cut it off and distance yourself.
With the exception of my first girlfriend too, I would say every ex-girlfriend I've ever slept with after the fact, I've been like emotionally over. Like completely over.
I heard or read or something somewhere that it takes like 6 months at least to get over somebody that you've been in love with.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's like the minimal or that's the average of what it takes for you to just kind of be like, I'm
you
done
know
with
what?
them.
I can move on.
I
I would even say it's longer.
I think each person depends, but I mean,
I'd say that's a good average.
Yeah.
Is about 6 months ish.
my last one was about 6 months.
My last one was longer than that, but I would
Yeah.
say 6 months
Yeah,
is
but
very fair.
I mean, you're looking at dating years. I mean, mine was just over a year. Yours was what, 3-4 years?
I was over 4, but
Yeah, like you can't expect someone just to get over something in about a month
yeah.
or so.
no.
I mean, it depends on how it ended too, but certain definitely the more it hurt, the less inclined you'd probably be to go back
You know
and
what
sleep with them.
The worst fuck you is too is if you're just outside a relationship, you just broken up like a month or two, and they're already with another guy.
Oh yeah,
It's like, really?
Oh,
Did it really not mean anything
totally
to you?
been there.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely been there.
And you know what? Like, I won't pretend to think I'm an expert on the female mind or however the fuck it works, but like, sometimes I feel like a girl will break up with a guy and then try and find a new guy just to
Fill that void.
to look for some kind of companionship. Maybe it doesn't mean the most because like there was a time where I was after I'd broken up with one of my first girlfriends. She was seeing someone kind of right away, and then a little bit of time had passed, and then wanted to try and get back with me, and then like I was like no, and it was a pretty fucked up situation, but yeah, I mean I think they do definitely try and fill that void like as soon as they can with whoever happens to be there. And that's not saying anything about like a girl and her decision to sleep with whoever. Like no one's like discouraging them from doing that or like calling them sluts or whatever. I just think that's a way that girls deal, and if we could do that, we would do it too.
But I feel like girls get a worse rap for doing that. Like
They do get a worse rap for doing that. Yeah, absolutely.
and I personally think it's unfair. Like it's kind of
I don't think it's unfair at fucking all. A girl breaks up with you after a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 fucking years, and then is like with another guy. Fuck her.
I wasn't referring to that, sorry, but
But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
I don't
fuck
think it's
that.
unfair at all. Like
I don't think it's unfair.
I don't think
because-
it's unfair because if a guy did that, it'd be the same thing. It'd be kind of a bad guy for it. If a girl does it, it's the same shit. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's not unfair because I think a guy would
I don't
do
think
that.
it's unfair.
if we could. But and girls can just go to a guy's. It's just a lot easier. And
I
try and
think
fill
I
that
think what a
void.
girl tries to do is, I could be wrong, but maybe tries to fill that void from an emotional standpoint, and a guy fills it from a physical standpoint. And if he can't do that, he just, I don't know, drinks.
I would
He
almost
just drinks.
disagree. In my experience, I think girls, from a physical standpoint, go and try and find anyone that they can be with, and then guys emotionally will kind of latch on to their bros or to like other friends. Like I had a friend, a very close friend of mine, who after my girlfriend dumped me, she came over and she was like, "Okay, well, I'm spending the night and I'm not leaving until you're cheered up." And she was with me for like 36 hours almost,
Oh,
and it was really awesome of her, and I still appreciate that to this day.
well, it's probably one of the sweetest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, oh, I don't know. So I'm not against sleeping with ex girlfriends.
I don't think it helps.
You got to make sure that
It's poison.
you got to make sure that you're over it if you're gonna do it. I personally have been over it every time I've done it, and I don't regret doing
but
it.
let's say you're over it and you go to engage it, and it completely fucks how she feels over again. Like, it's just not fair both ways.
I would
know
say,
what, though? It takes-
I would say if you're the person who's been dumped, guy or girl, don't do it.
Don't
Move
do
on with your life.
See,
There's other fish in the sea. There's
I
another
didn't
life
do
to
that
be had.
too, and that's why I disagree with you, because it takes two to tango. If the girl who dumped me wanted to fuck, I would have said no way, fuck you. Like,
Yeah,
but if I've dumped a girl and I want to go and sleep with her and she says yes, well then
yeah.
that's
She obviously wants to do it.
yeah.
But if
It-
you've been dumped and that person wants to sleep with you, just no, don't do it. It's only gonna hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I say. But life is short, and like, fuck it. There's not much that makes you happy in this shitty world sometimes. So
Sometimes you just gotta fuck bitches and make.
to be
money.
honest, I say don't do it, but I mean, I'm not perfect. I probably would.
It's hard when there's vagina. In front
It's
of you.
really hard
Yeah.
when there's something in front of
It's
you.
not only that, but just emotions. Period. Like, we
Yeah.
can say all this, but then tomorrow something could happen and the heartstrings pull, and you're like,
It's like I say, I claim to believe lots of shit, and I don't follow through with fuck all. I just do whatever I want usually.
I'm like a dog chasing cars.
all right, everyone, that's another episode of Up All Night. Check us out on thecoolstoryshow.com, our main podcast on iTunes and Stitcher, and we'd love to hear your all night stories.
Let us know. Would you fuck your ex?
Oh.
Maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe fuck yourself.
Oh.
Until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.